Berkeley supports a surprising variety of life. But in May 2019, a UN report predicted 1 million species are bound for extinction. So I set out to discover which animals are most threatened right here in our own backyards. This is the Edge of Extinction.
The first reports seemed to be from the early 90s. Children began to report these trout. The professionals did not believe them.
As president of volunteer group Friends of Five Creeks, Susan Schwartz helps restore steelhead trout habitat along the Codornices corridor.
But this would be the kind of place, very shady. Steelhead are impressive. They're shiny gunmetal fish with fierce jaws. It was very exciting to have this very tough species in an urban creek. It's clearly the only one in Berkeley and Albany.
The fish are an anadromous form of rainbow trout, meaning they migrate from ocean to freshwater.
They are always exploring. It's amazing what they can survive, but there is a limit to that.
In April, that limit was tested. In the course of extinguishing a blaze, Berkeley Fire used a foam retardant that then drained into the creek. Susan was quick to the scene.
The fish were already dying at that point. As it's turned out, they may all be dead.
Susan doesn't blame the firefighters, but says more needs to be done to respond.
There's no evidence that any of our restoration efforts have helped these trout. There's no habitat in that reach at all. Instead of being able to sit by the creek, dig out weeds, and feel there's life here, I feel a certain amount of sadness and emptiness.
In some places, steelhead are doing well. In urban California, they're in bad shape.
These die-offs are a big reminder that this is a very challenging environment for these organisms. So not too surprisingly, the organisms that we find in these habitats tend to be in decline.
Stephanie Carlson is a freshwater fish ecologist at UC Berkeley.
Migratory fishes in general are showing very steep declines all around the world, and steelhead are just one of our local examples.
And it gets worse.
Trout are really sort of a poster child for some of the challenges facing some of our other species. It's been estimated that closer to 80% of the fishes in California are imperiled. And this is because we have greatly altered and degraded our river systems.
Nonetheless, Stephanie holds out hope.
It is possible to maintain these species in our systems if the societal will is there. These really spectacular organisms could potentially be in our backyards.
Uncovering more waterways, restoring shady pools, and improving connectivity to oceans would go a long way. Susan says being conscientious with your water use is also critical.
Whatever is in there is going to wash down your driveway or off your lawn to the storm drain, and it's going to wind up in the creeks.
Despite all her efforts, she can do little more than wait.
We're going to hope that we get an adventurous steelhead, but it's a long wait. And, I'm 76. I'm not sure I'll be out here digging weeds then.